This and Be Media, in association with STWF-TV, the Podcasting Network.
Introducing the best in the world! Ooh, yeah!
That's right. We are back.
Yeah.
Another week talking wrestling, best in the world. I got Metal Wild with me. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? It's Thursday night. We feeling it here. STWF-TV trying to expand the brand and shows, past Wednesday for myself. So, being here 2 weeks in a row is great. Let's grow something. We're going to grow something. Man. What? We the best in the world.
That's right. That's right. Best in the world, baby. So, yesterday, AEW, big business. You were in the house. Talk to me about it, man.
I was at the house, man. What led up to this event? Everybody knew what was coming out the bag. Sasha Banks, now known as Mercedes Mone.
The CEO.
It definitely was a sight to see in Boston. They speak on AEW events not packing the house. I feel like Boston came through last night for the AEW ratings. So shout out to that. We were looking for a pay-per-view. But back to her. First off, when she came out, somebody said she's gonna come out first. And what I said was, once she comes out, everybody's gonna leave. This is a funny joke, but she came out to start the show,
right? And
it was just lovely to see in her face in the ring. Though we see her and she's been in a lot of fights since then. Just to be on a live TV screen, saying for America to see it was pretty dope. The way they brought in was pretty dope. T-shirts sold out in a matter of about 20, 25 minutes.
Oh.
Everybody literally left after that first segment for the shirts. The shirts went on sale, crispy. I told everybody, come to Dudley, $5 today. But overall, her appearance there was dope. A lot of people obviously was there to see her. In terms of the overall event, AEW style, you know what I'm saying? You get some good matches. You got a great roster of guys. Mm-hmm. My question is, the writing sometimes, and how the matches go. Right. We know these guys have talent.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Stories are lacking, in my opinion.
Absolutely. But they hit a banger with Mercedes, and then they hit the banger with the AEW title between Wardlow and Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe can go.
Yeah.
I think his time as the champ is coming down swindling, and I'll tell you who that person is in a second that's going to take it from him.
Okay.
But overall, great match last night. He definitely made Wardlow look good, as he should. As he's done millions and millions of wrestlers. That was awesome too. I went out for a little Breaking Bear at that time. The Elite was fighting with their new addition, and they got the job done. Oh man, disrespectful. Like
terrible.
Subscribe, SCWF TV. That was pretty dope. You had Jay White versus Darby Allin.
Yeah.
They literally writing that man off TV. He needs a vacation. Now I asked somebody in the crowd about the Mount Everest talk he was talking about.
Okay.
And is it just something he's saying, or is it for real? I think he's serious, man, and I mean, even if it's to write him off for a moment of time, I think he'll get a good buzz when he comes back.
Okay.
He paid his dividends with Sting. Sting's retired. I wish Sting would just retired 1 month later, see what made an appearance there. That would have been dope.
What you think about the split now with the Acclaimed and the Bang Bang gang once again?
Oh, yeah, that is crazy. Now that is wild, because we thought we was gonna see a close bonding last night when it was all in the ring.
Okay,
but something to be very intrigued of, and I think honestly it's just gonna set up for the Acclaim to win the titles again.
Yeah, Yeah, I can see this, and it's the ROH titles, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I believe, yeah. I'm sorry, yeah,
I
maybe
believe
the
it's something
ROH.
like that.
Yep, there was ROH had a good opening segment too before the event started.
Oh, okay. So they taped ROH before. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't
so
know
they
that.
collabing with him on the base. That was dope. You got to see JY and the homies out there with their belts, flying them in. It was dope, man.
You saw
Fine.
Athena?
Huh?
Did you see Athena?
Yes. See,
Okay.
they had Bailey and Naomi up in the suite somewhere.
Okay.
We
All
was
right.
we
Checking
obviously
out
was
the
down,
debut.
so we didn't see him at the time, but
That's good.
it was pretty dope to have her friends there,
Yeah.
to support her and be there, man. Definitely. Kyle O'Reilly, I can't wait till he comes back. Do a great promo. They had it in there. Best promo of the night, as y'all all seen. If y'all watched it, Offspray, man.
Okay. Yeah.
He's going in.
Right.
He's going in, and everybody knows that he has the athletic ability. But the mic noise, he made some noise last night. Can't wait for that matchup at Dynasty between him and Bryan Danielson, which is my guy. So I'm in the crowd like, man, Daniel's gonna do him in. You know what I'm saying? Get him in.
So you like this version of Bryan Danielson pretty much more than Daniel Bryan?
No. I never will. But
Okay.
this the fact that I had love for him, I'll still follow him and I'll still watch him, and I still think he's a magnificent guy in the ring. But a guy in my vision, people might not, agree with me, but the man doesn't have a title in AEW. I'm not saying he should be holding it forever, but he should have something. But he puts on, awesome match he put on a few weeks ago with Eddie Kingston. He puts on good matches, man. So he's one of the guys in the locker room that's like, I'm just over here trying to make a living and do what I love.
Right.
He's no problem with it.
What were your thoughts of the Dynamite new theme and set?
I liked it.
Okay.
I like the new theme and I like the new set. And I obviously was at Guts and Glory, Blood and Guts in July. So definitely to see different things every time is pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's one thing that WWE doesn't have, but that's pretty dope that you can do stuff like that. Now they do what NXT in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
They'll flash something up, but the way AEW does that is dope. There's some dope things that they do. Shout out to Tony Khan, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if he had a few lines before the event started. He amps the crowd up.
Okay.
He's in it before the show starts. Like the show starts in 30 seconds. Just talking. At the end of the show, talking. Yeah, he comes out. And
I would have never thought that was Tony Khan doing this.
He comes out to the crowd.
Okay.
Comes out to the crowd, and I'm like, yo, this man is young, hyper.
TK gets a big pop.
Yeah, man, he gets a pop, man. Shout out to him, man. He's bringing it, and he keeps bringing it into Boston. But this is probably Boston's like 6th or 7th event. Okay, just Boston. They go to Worcester too. They go to Worcester on the 3rd. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna throw the rabbit out the hat a little bit. Let's just say Swerve didn't participate and fight last night. There was a lot of swerve in the crowd, swerving. Everybody was swerving. Came out at the end of the night, saying, talk some smack. Had Orange Cassidy and the crew doing the dance.
All right.
It was pretty dope. He's talking about he's gonna have the title the next time we see him, or something like that.
Yeah.
It was fire, man. It was dope.
So it sounds like they do a lot off air that we just don't know about or hear about.
Yeah, they do a lot of it, man. And actually after the show, I'm riding down the escalator. We're near the Legends Hour where all like the stars come out and stuff like that. But nobody was there at the time. Mercedes actually came out as people going down the escalator coming out. So you can't go back up, because the escalator is just like so jam packed. So it was dope. Fine. Shout out to all the people that was able to have roll with me. Yeah. I wish, it was something, that we could do, one day. Maybe one day we'll catch a wrestling event, maybe in Dallas, in your city or my city.
Right.
And for me, it's just all about the up. It's all about the up. And that women's division with Mercedes, I hope that women's division, can turn themselves around. Excellent ladies matchup to end the night last night. Rio and Willow.
Yeah, so when I heard the matchup, I was like, that's the main event. What's going on? But the way it played out, I mean, it made sense at that point.
Yeah, it definitely made sense. It definitely made sense in the sense of you knew she was here. You had to open the segment. You couldn't end the night without her,
Exactly.
at least, and it was a good way of bringing her out.
We got to see a wrestling gear.
Yes, TBS title in the stakes, but we know we don't want that.
Yeah.
Hold on, Sasha knows she don't want that. She'll sit here and do what you got to do early, to make the bread. But we thinking WWE. We thinking put the titles together. Tony coming after you. And, I seen Tony last night too. Oh my God, Tony Storm.
Oh,
okay. Juice Robinson. Listen here, Juice.
Wait, that's his girl?
Believe so.
Oh my. Yeah, I'm so jealous.
What's going on, Raul? My God, man. Raul was in the building with me last night as well. CEO. We was out here. CEO. One of the guys. I want to give a shout out to my man Eric too. Eric was probably the only one in the crowd that was like, Sasha sucks. She's overrated. I was sitting here like, yo, listen here.
Not Boston, fam. No. You outnumbered, bro.
Oh yeah, you're definitely outnumbered. Everybody's like, man, you tripping, man.
Another thing that surprised me yesterday with AEW was the return of Pac. We hadn't seen him in a long time.
My guy, and I don't know what's going on with them, but I guess it's great that they have, that type of relationship. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on with him off the scenes, but it was good to see him. It's always good to see him. I always get Neville vibes when I see him. Yeah. Because I felt like at one point he was in WWE, they could have pushed him, way more for other title.
His best work was King of the Cruiserweights.
Yes,
best work.
Definitely. And he held that down where we was paying attention to 205 and stuff.
I was watching that joint, bro.
Yes, absolutely. So it was great when I seen him. I heard he was on the card. I was word. He's gonna be in the building. Chris Jericho and Hook.
Yeah.
Good, had a good matchup. And then Jericho obviously challenged Hook next week. Yep. That's gonna be dope. Jericho, yes, and Jericho does the after the event on Friday. So you know how wrestling is. Yep. I ain't trying to throw too much out, but Jericho, I definitely was. I sat in the third row as the night ended, and I was sitting right behind Jericho. Jericho took a picture with a couple kids. You know what I'm saying, which was dope. I didn't have my camera on me at the time, to take a picture of that kid getting a picture taken, but it was dope that he, obviously, the kids are there, and there wasn't a lot of kids at the event. But the kids that were there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And that's what wrestling does, man. You get a lot of people rallying. You say, oh, they might be in the basement of mommy and daddy. But you have passionate wrestling fans that are out there, to watch these performers. And nothing of that. Moxley, man. Damn.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, it's I like bringing my kids to the wrestling events. I took them to some WrestleManias and all this kind of stuff, bro. This is back before we did 2-day WrestleManias. Sitting up there 6 hours.
Sitting up 6 hours. Mm-hmm. That's 6 hours. I love the 6 hours.
Yeah, but with a 6-year-old now.
Yeah, not with a 6-year-old. Yeah, with a 6-year-old, no. Oh, hell no. You're like, you got to remember, I got to find a babysitter.
Yeah. I have my kids up in there like that young, bro. Like, yeah, it was a trip. So
something they're definitely gonna be talking about though when they get older. That's the thing right there. They won't even talk about how I wanted to leave after 30 minutes. They'll speak of the experience they have, man, which is dope, man. WrestleMania is definitely around the corner. So
yeah, man. Yeah.
Great memory.
But yeah, that's news to me, bro. Juice Robinson with Tony Storm, though.
I was surprised. I said, "What, Juice Robinson? Oh man,
that dude look crazy as hell." so yeah, man.
Don Callis had a pop. Nobody liked Don Callis, man. Don Callis booed out the arena.
Oh yeah, man. that dude's a major heel. So. Mm-hmm. Oh man! All right, you got to watch any WWE this week?
I got to watch a little bit,
Right. So we saw that Muhammad Ali got named to the Hall of Fame. I actually thought he was already in the Hall of Fame.
Me too. I thought he was in the Hall of Fame too, and I catched up on a little bit today. I don't know if it's a rumor or something, but I heard that the Hall of Fame basically in Vince's standards has to have one African American and one woman, and I guess they're not changing that rule.
Okay.
Open that up. So it's great that you opened up on that Hall of Fame topic, because I just heard that about 10 minutes ago. I don't know. Like I said, I don't even know where I read it from, but I read it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to see and back it up and let you know to see if that's confirmed.
Well, look, in general, wrestling it's the circus. Like you got something for everybody. So that would make sense. You have a woman wrestler come in, you have a African American wrestler come in, or something like that. That way, everybody can be happy and join the celebration. So it makes sense.
Yeah, it's definitely random though that they had Muhammad Ali at the time. It's random. I mean, if he's a name, then hey, deserve it all day.
Yeah.
But
look, he definitely deserves it for sure. So
everybody has their wrestlers and picks. Everybody has their wrestlers. We think a lot of times we think wrestlers.
Yeah.
And like I said, he was at WrestleMania 1, man. He was in matches, you know what I'm saying, before time.
Yep.
But I'm just like, I wouldn't have thought of Muhammad Ali. So
yeah. He brought eyes to the product for sure. So did you see NXT at all in this kiss heard around the world?
I've seen the kiss around the world, the relationship bought on screen.
Yeah. So that was, look, I'm always pumped when I hear Trick Williams music in the beginning. So but for him to have that little on-screen moment with his lady, I mean, that's nice. I think it's gonna give her a little rub too.
They gotta give her a little rub now. If they're gonna push him up, they gotta give her a little rub or more on action on TV. Some people may not like it, but that's what the business is. Somewhat, you may not get that push.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, one person gets the bigger push, but in all, for her confidence, it's good for her.
Yeah.
She's gonna, obviously you get a chance to push your way through sometimes. Mm-hmm. You gotta remember, this is wrestling is owned by somebody that wants people to be somebody. But I seen the kiss and I'm like, oh, okay. I thought people's reactions would be, come on, man, this is NXT, man. Y'all try to do some better stuff than WWE, but y'all bring this in.
Yep. That's right. Well, that trick indeed. Oh man. But yeah, man, I thought this week went pretty good. What did we think about Cody slapping The Rock?
Ooh, it was good.
Definitely.
And I'm happy that they set it up like that. I don't really care how the slap was, but the fact that they didn't do, then after The Rock slapped Cody, the next week he slaps him. I like that build up. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely dope. The way that just making it better than what it is in terms of the whole storyline. You needed some hype for this. Roman's not a guy. Roman will talk on the mic, but if Roman's carrying you in terms of the mic skills and all that, Cody's been holding his own too. Mm-hmm. Cody's been holding his own too, and Cody's been in this business a long time to know that he can get the crowd. He can get a reaction, and he's the baby face. So, you have the advantage right there for you. Everybody can't take the advantage, but Cody right now is doing it. And it took a long time for it to start running with the injuries and stuff that happened early, but it's starting to get like it's gonna run. Like I said, I don't know how long he's gonna hold the title. Yes, I'm saying we all know he's gonna win the title. If he loses at Mania, then what does this do for Cody Rhodes? Is this a contract for him just to get a title shot or two and then leave? No. The story's gonna be written in his mind, and after that, he may lose the title the next night, but he got what he wanted.
Yeah, man. The segments, they're gonna keep selling out SmackDowns all the way up until Mania. I guarantee it. I think it's coming to Memphis, if I'm not mistaken, this Friday. So
Memphis.
So yeah.
Hostile crowds, man.
It's gonna be nice, man.
They put them in some hostile crowds too, man.
Yep. Okay, so this is a good theory here. The Rock is playing the bloodline.
I mean, something has to be happening right now because this, like, at some point where something like this happens, when somebody just comes in out of the blue, obviously we knew as wrestling fans, The Rock may enter, but we thought it more in this reaction anyway. So the fact that he's coming in a different light, we still feel that he's gonna act crazy.
Right.
Somebody is.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see a power struggle coming pretty soon. So, but I think after Mania. So,
definitely. Mania,
Seth Rollins turning on Cody. Yep. I can.
Seth Rollins, please turn on Cody.
I can see that happening.
What does that? But what does that do though?
It screws Cody for the Sunday match at WrestleMania. So now you get bloodline rules.
I just think Seth. I think Seth's gonna just be a great citizen here.
Okay.
It's weird that he's in the situation he's in with them, but if he wants to ride it out, he's gonna ride it out. I don't think he's gonna turn on Cody. I think he's gonna give the advantage that they have that one-on-one matchup. We see last year that they had that one-on-one matchup, but then obviously they didn't have the one-on-one matchup because there was interference and all that. Right. I feel like here, and I feel like if anybody's gonna turn in this matchup, The Rock will have something to do with it rather than Seth Rollins at all. Seth Rollins got his own problems you got to deal with.
Yeah, that's true. Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso. So we heard the challenge pretty much given out by Jey Uso. So we definitely gonna have the brothers versus brother at WrestleMania. I did see a tweet or something like gonna be 50 super kicks and splashes through the match. I mean, look, and they do what they do, But look, the Usos, I think they deserve the match for sure. Jey Uso has been really interesting, and Jimmy Uso don't really have much going on, except for his hate on his brother.
Yeah, man, and that's the reason kind of why I'm sour that this match is happening. But it's Mania, so you can make anything at Mania, I guess, a match, and I guess they'll go out and perform and they'll do well. But I just feel like this could have been more of a gigantic story. If you have the bloodline, for instance, here, that has been the prime of the business, they don't have to headline a Mania, but you could have amped this matchup a little bit more. Rather, you started it straight after the Survivor Series. You started straight after that, and you had them go through. They kind of like, okay, they have to Royal Rumble, they fight each other. But there's nothing there. Uso has a match. Now he comes in. It should have been headache on headache weekly between these two, being twins as well. You should have had some different tree for these to really feel like, oh, snap, in the sense of wrestling, they really turning on each other. But in sense of now, it's like, okay, we know this guy's not the bloodline no more. Oh, yeah, he had to turn on his brother because, he got to stay to who he's with and stuff. But other than that, I'm excited that the match is going to go on. I heard something earlier, man. Somebody said maybe Rikishi should ref the matchup. Ref his two sons.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. His two sons. So, yeah. I like that.
The IC title could have been on the Uso, man, and it could have been an IC title match.
Yeah, it definitely can't be like another like no holds barred match, because if they're going to do that with Cody, you can't have like two of them in the same night or whatever, right? So it's got to be a different kind of stipulation. So Rikishi
definitely makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I wish they had a stipulation over here, but there's nothing really in my mind I could think of right now. We don't want none of their careers to end,
Right. No,
I think they're both serviceable guys.
What you think about the rumors that the WWE is talking about splitting the tag team championships again?
So uniting them?
So no, like splitting them off. Maybe you have a SmackDown and Raw again, having their own tag team champions.
Oh, okay, because it's undisputed right now. Oh, reverse. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go the route of having two companies, you might as well have two titles.
Right.
Definitely. Like, to me, I'm not even gonna be across the line. Like, if there was enough girl tag teams that were worth watching, you would have two girls titles on the network, on one network, but you're not gonna go that far. But in terms of the tag team titles, yeah, you do that.
Yeah.
You got to build your flagship somewhat. You can't just have, this champion, this team over here got the titles, and they may not be on SmackDown for 5 weeks defending the title at all.
Exactly. That's the problem with them. And then look, the tag division boosts a lot of different wrestlers. I mean, you get more wrestlers involved, right? And so to me, that really builds up your young talent. And with having one set of tag team championships, I think you're doing a disservice to your tag division. So
yes, he's doing service to his tag division. But I did like with all this and the other what's the guy's name? I forgot homie's name. What's the other commission CEO's name on Raw? What's his name?
Oh, Pierce.
Yeah, Pierce. I like the concept that they made up with the 6-pack.
Right.
That's fine.
That'll work.
That'll work. The question is, we know off wax who's the mystery tag team that hasn't been in here in a long time that's gonna appear? Because we obviously know somebody's appearing. I think.
Okay, you think we'll have an appearance?
We're in Philadelphia.
Okay. You think one more?
I can't say. I don't want to. It's wrong, but I'm gonna say maybe you see a table or two.
Yeah.
I mean, he is in Philly. You got Paul Heyman. You got Paul Heyman getting sentiment in the Hall of Fame. Something to think about. We know they have these crazy type of matches tag team wise. We know you might see the Hardys. You seen them like 5 or 6 years back. Like you're gonna see a tag team possibly that hasn't been there in a minute. I don't know if they'll fight after WrestleMania, but for the crowd's excitement, yeah, man, you're in Philadelphia, man. You got to get rugged.
I was hearing rumors about Rocky maybe being part of it some kind of way for the Philadelphia pop.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that. But yeah, they're definitely gonna pull in something for Philly. So Team 3D, that makes sense. They just tagged.
Oh my God. I know Headbangers just signed a legend deal, but I mean they're from Jersey, you know what I'm saying? A little tri-state feel. I wouldn't be mad if the Headbangers was in it either, you know what I'm saying? It's just the pop that they will get people.
Okay, so Headbangers just signed a hit legend deal.
Headbangers is just like a reason to pop. Like I feel like at Mania, you gotta have that team that's gonna get a pop for you, even if they're old and can't wrestle. I don't think the Headbangers can bring that pop.
Now I've seen Team 3D perform a few months ago on Impact, so I know they can at least work a match together.
And all they need is one match.
Right, and so you need one match.
And you gotta remember the way they split them up in WWE. You gotta remember, try to make them as singles guys.
Yeah,
you don't want that, So
some weird event stuff again.
Fire. I'm still here, man. Hey, I told Dale before the show started, I had half an hour. Nah, I still got time. Let everybody know, man. We here.
I was about to try to wrap it up here. Okay.
Oh no, don't wrap. No, we still talking because we got a couple of things we still gotta talk about. We WrestleMania season, man. Right. This is Mania season, man. We spoke a couple seconds ago about Seth Rollins, man. Yep. Yep. And maybe his opponent at WrestleMania, Drew McIntyre, is possibly right. You might want to keep your nose out of that business because you got business here. I said, man, this matchup is kind of a beat drum. We've seen this matchup happen a few times, but it's not bad in the sense of that this matchup's happening at Mania.
Yeah,
and this is starting to trigger me because I don't think any of these guys are going to walk out as the champion. One of them is going to has a hand raised in that ring. They're not going to leave out that ring as the champion.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a man that has the money in the bank.
Yeah, true. They really need to do something with this because the time is coming.
The time is coming. Between now and the night after Mania,
yeah,
it gotta happen. But my prediction is that might be a Mania moment.
Okay.
That might be a Mania moment, man. For sure. But
so cash in on Seth. I think there's no way he's cashing in on Roman.
he's cashing in on. I think he's gonna cash in on McIntyre.
Okay.
I just it's crazy because McIntyre is a good guy, but he's not my cup of tea. I can see his moment getting raggled again. It's happened on and on again. Now, if they give it the title and he gets to move it with a couple months, that's cool. But I just feel like that's just something to go with. Another headache for him. And his role right now is absolutely doing it for him. So it's just more money for him reeling in and extra time on TV.
Yeah.
Rather than him being a champion, and everybody probably feels the same way they did when he was champion, though it was COVID.
Yeah.
It wasn't really intriguing.
So
now Case cashing in. I've seen Priest's his attitude in the last 3 months. His attitude feels like something he's gonna, and they try to have a couple spoofs with him coming in there and non-cashing, but he's gonna eventually do it. I love Damian Priest. That's my man. That's my
Logan Paul announced the date for SummerSlam, and it's going to be early August. If I'm not mistaken, it's like the 1st of August or something like that. So that means whatever the premium live event they're having in Germany, that's going to be at the end of August. So some kind of way, Gunther's going to have to get into the main event picture. So how do we do that?
That's funny that you
got to be after SummerSlam.
But before we get that real quick, that contract too with Prime that they signed.
Yes, Prime. Yeah.
So now you're gonna see some extra effects in the ring. Well, not extra effects, but you'll see an extra sticker or two. You know what I'm saying? They go on the semi-boxing route. But Gunther. Ooh. And there was a matchup on Raw, to determine the number one contender, which was rightfully won by Sammy, or was it really? Should they give Chad Gable his moment? But hell no, they should never gave Chad Gable their moment. Everybody on the internet talking about Chad Gable should have had his moment. You know damn well you don't want to watch those squash match at Mania. Though they can make the squash match with Sami Zayn, I like Sami Zayn a lot better on the card. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah.
But I was talking to my man last night. Shout out to my man Paulino. I told my boys I'm gonna have him on the show one day. They just got to get ready for it. Soon. But they love wrestling. And I asked him. I said, "How? What are you gonna do?" Because he said the same thing. Gunther got to be a main event guy. He said at Mania, he's gonna fight Sami Zayn, and not only he's gonna fight Sami Zayn, Chad Gable is gonna Daniel Bryan himself, Kofi himself into the picture.
Okay.
They're going to have Gable pin Sammy at Mania, so therefore Gunther doesn't get no backlash for being pinned. Okay. He just lost the title in a way that he can't control because, in a triple threat match, you only got a third of a chance to win, if not that.
Yeah. That makes sense. That saves Gunther from taking that pin, and then it allows him to be like, you know what, take the title. I'm going to focus somewhere else, and that's it. It makes sense.
Definitely makes sense. It definitely makes sense, man. And like I said, this man should have lost the title a long ago, but he's, I guess, so big that they don't know who to have him take off the waist. But the best situation is to put him in the triple threat or something, and the way he can't control it. And therefore, he's rattling and really getting on the mic now and complaining how he lost the IC title for no reason. And then somebody in the heavyweight division told him to shut his ass up. And then he's ending up fighting guys that are not contenders, but guys that are fighting for the title before.
Yep. Well, sure, man. Oh, look, they definitely gotta have Gunther up there, man.
Who said straps from Chad on? Who said straps from go on Chad? Yesterday.
This is the faceless one there.
The faceless one. Hey, Chad can probably possibly. I mean, you've seen that Mania too. Whoa! You seen it with Zack Ryder, man. So
true.
It can happen.
You're right. We actually see those kind of moments happen at Mania.
We've seen worse.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
We've definitely seen worse.
You're right about that, man. All right. So give me something else. What else is on the line?
We're gonna roll out here. I'm kind of like trying to like mangle this women's division in the WWE right now, and the way they're doing that. And I'm gonna throw another curveball at everybody. I don't know if I'm right. Like I said, I'm just coming in here with predictions and rumor mills and all that. This is what we do. We're in the business, so maybe throw a rumor mill out there, see if it's true. We know at Mania it's Rhea versus Becky.
Yeah.
As a wrestling fan, are you like intrigued with that match? Like you see Rhea versus Becky, are you intrigued to see it?
I wasn't excited about Becky. That was my problem. Look, the whole man movement and everything like that, like that was excited. I was there for it and everything. I need something else from Becky right now, because it's like she kind of dipping in the man pool, but also dipping in the big Bex kind of pool. I wrote a book, mom, all this kind of stuff. Like, I don't really know what Becky is right now, and it's hard for me to kind of really, really enjoy her.
Man, it definitely is, man. And I mean, and they're giving her due diligence because, all the ladies that came in the division and is gone. Obviously Charlotte got hurt, right around Mania time, which is the worst situation. Mm-hmm. We spoke earlier on Mercedes. She's no longer there. They gave Bayley her due diligence after missing time, prior.
Yep.
And now you have Becky. So now, I mean, Becky is suitable for this spot, but recently, there's been 2 headaches in both of their sides.
Okay.
That's Nia Jax and Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Now, how would you think if the storyline was written at Mania, them 4 ladies fight for the title?
I like that better. And it's more because you got different matchups in that same match, and to me, it's a little bit better because Becky's a small lady. Okay, we can talk about her being a man and all that stuff. It's cool, but she's small, bro. And Rhea is a bigger woman, and like Nia Jax. I mean, look, her work has gotten so much better too, but she's a towering figure. So yeah, I like to see a 4-way better than just a one-on-one matchup. So yeah.
I mean, Rhea beats Becky at Mania. All right, Becky survives for a while, and then Rhea gets to the punch. Now you got all 4 ladies, and then Rhea wins that at Mania. It kind of still opens up as the lady going out of Mania to a potential fight with the girl who I feel like is just being bewildered, being stangled, and hopefully they don't think they can pin her to the bottom, because it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
And that's Bianca Belair.
Okay, right. Yeah, that's no
plan for Bianca at Mania.
Yeah, that's no way. I heard she was getting some hate online, of course.
Online with the WWE being on the WWE. So what?
Yeah.
She's a wrestler. She's a wrestler that's made not only money, but has done things in the WWE that people wish they can do.
Bro.
Like, and that's to everybody on the cover. Rather you're on the deluxe cover, the regular cover, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, you get to pick. This is the thing nowadays with the business and the video games. They give you different covers to buy.
Yeah. But
it's more money, obviously.
That's
but
right.
If you like Becky, they spend the extra 50 on something on the Cody edition.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
My freedom. You know what I'm saying? That's what they got. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, man. She's been getting slandered since she's came into the business.
Yeah. Look,
haters
gonna hate, but look, I saw her back in NXT. NXT was to travel. They came to Little Rock. All right. And we went there to see this little small venue we had here. And look, I fell in love right then. Okay. She had the little mean mug face and all that stuff coming out, doing her thing. Look, Bianca is a beast when you look at her in person, for real.
Right. She's beast big time. I watched a video a couple weeks ago of her actually making her wardrobe, which she does for Elimination Chamber. And that was pretty dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Over here with grandma's presser, still pressing, doing all that. Like, that's dope stuff, man.
This lady is amazing, bro.
Oh, Dale fell in love, man. He said before Nia Jax is his wife. Be nice, Dale. Nia, man. I like I said, I like the way they play Nia's role, but Bianca, just want to wonder what they're gonna do. Obviously, months ago there was shade of maybe a Jade Storm's coming after her, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. It still can happen because it's Mania, and she's at a spot right now where some men been in this spot in the past with no kind of path to Mania, and then they pit somebody up against her. So that would kind of be the ideal to have Jade and Bianca figuring that. But I don't know if they even go that route. But I would like to see her in a matchup at Mania. I would like to see it build at some point, because how many weeks we got to Mania? About 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So this kind of tells me that they're gonna try to have her be squashed at Mania, and I don't want that. Or they don't have it at all. But the thing is, you don't have Bianca Belair at Mania.
No, she's gonna be on the card somewhere. She may even end up hosting, but she's gonna be on the show.
This girl went from this girl ain't slipped in the wrestling game.
Right.
There's no reason for her to be a host. She ain't Miz. She ain't Miz. Like, there ain't no reason for her, man. But I hope, man. Even if it's Tiffany Stratton that she's fighting, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, they got something for her.
Yeah. Look, Chris brought up a great point here. I want to see a full WWE women's PLE again.
Yeah, they can definitely do it
now.
They can definitely do it.
Yeah, it's overdue, man.
It's overdue.
They got so much talent, man. So, yep. All right, man. Look,
rolling out, man. Anybody else got things to talk about, man? I'm gonna throw some things, man. Hey, we get here. Like I said, we got weeks to Mania, man. So we might as well just throw some nostalgia Mania stuff in here.
Okay.
First off, I know you, but I might not know your favorite Mania of all time. Now it can be including Manias that you've been to or ones that you've just been in the house watching. But you've been here. I've been here for just about every Mania that's came around. So
I think it was WrestleMania 30. Daniel Bryan winning the undisputed title in New Orleans. I was there in New Orleans. Undertaker got the one and on that same pay-per-view. So it was a good pay-per-view for sure. And one was memorable for me because I was there. So but I want to say the night before NXT TakeOver is when they had the ladder match for the North American Championship.
Okay.
That match was so fire.
NXT put it down. They still put it down, but they said, "What? It's
man, black and gold, boy." I'm telling you, they were doing their thing in that match, bro. Like,
Chris, man, you said you've been to Mania 24 and 25. Chris, what's your favorite Mania though?
Yeah.
Hulk versus Andre, the real draw, 93,000, WrestleMania 3. See, and no disrespect to that matchup, no disrespect to that era at that time. That's what made Mania what it is. You know what I'm saying? But you look at that and you look at all the Manias that have happened, and you can talk about money and draw all day. But there's so many different Manias and so many different matches. But this is what that matchup led to. Different things that can happen and ways to improve the game, man. So shout out to Andre and Hulk, man, for making that Mania the point that is like it's stamped now. Like we can have a Mania every year forever. Now Vince McMahon's gone. He's no longer there. And it's still gonna be a WrestleMania. So shout out to them two competitors, man. Ricky versus Randy Savage.
I watched I don't know if it was a Versus or Rivals or something like that. But it was Ricky Steamboat talking about this match with Randy Savage. And Ricky was saying, bro, like we talked about this match maybe like a month or something. And he's like, Randy Savage just called me all the time. It was said, what's like step 55? And they have to remember all the steps of the whole wrestling match, bro. Like he just called him out the blue and just randomly ask him questions about the match.
Crazy. And then look at all these different moves, like and have a prestige matchup like that. That matchup had so many twists and turns.
Yeah, bro.
And it's like you have to, as a professional, you gotta remember that. So when people say, "Oh, wrestling is scripted," man, obviously. Yeah. But these guys do the same thing as people go when they go to the gym to practice, to prepare for the game.
Yep, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They go in there and prepare for the game, man. Randy was the man, and catch rivals on A&E.
Yeah.
documentaries on AA2 where on both nights you get a rivalry segment, and you get a person that they talking about in their past. So indeed, man, tune in, man. A lot of stuff going on. Dark Side of the Ring is hitting his 3rd episode coming out this week. Man, I gotta watch the second one that stars Buff Bagwell. Watch the first one with Earthquake, man. Listen.
Yeah, man.
Sad. Obviously, with any wrestler that's dealing situation wise, bad, and anybody in this world. The fact that, and I hate it for wrestlers, when you come in and they just put you in a hot flame and they put you in a hot situation, the best situation, you get the man, like you get Hogan, like you one of the guys in the business, and you don't succeed. But this is what they wanted, though.
Right.
And then you just go into another direction that is necessary. You probably didn't think that, but this is a guy that they working out wrestling wise, and the segment that they brought him into was dope as hell when they picked him out the stands for somebody to slam, and basically, that's what it is. But he fought all over New Japan and things of that nature, man. It was pretty dope. Pretty dope to hear about Earthquake, because all you see Earthquake. You hear about him wrestling wise, but it turns into just having a little documentary, his family talking. Obviously he killed Jake, he killed the Snake, killed Damien.
Yeah.
Jake says it was a bunch of pillows or something in there. He says it was in the thing, but yeah, he killed Damien, man. My brother always said, man, Earthquake, man, dirty man, killed Damien.
Yo, bro, those old wrestling stories, bro, they are so fun. You get somebody to animate that crap, like, yo, that adjunct is so hilarious.
Listen, Jake the Snake got some of the funniest cameos on those documentaries.
Yes.
When he spoke on the Warrior.
Yes.
And when the Warrior basically was telling him, like, basically Macho Man and him basically like, this is what's gonna happen. And then Jake was like, he messed up my title opportunity when he did that. I'm gonna kill him.
I'm telling you, man, those things are good. Have you watched Iron Claw?
You know what? I'm a wrestling fan, but I'm not a wrestling fan at the moment. People are gonna hate me.
No. You're not alone. You're not alone.
But I've done this with even a whole bunch of movies over the last like 10 to 12 years.
Yeah.
I will not watch it for like 6 months. I will watch it one random day. I'll sit here like, let me watch it.
Okay.
Let me watch it because I haven't watched it, and I'll dissect it. But I have not watched it. Obviously, you hear people reviews on it and all that. I didn't hear a single bad review. Obviously, you hear things. Oh, I would have took this out for this and things like that. But overall, I didn't hear a bad thing about the movie.
So that's one thing. One thing we want to do a show about is that movie for sure.
All right, so let me know when you want to do it, and I'll definitely in that time tune in. It ain't got to be months from now. It could be in the next couple of weeks or something. Yeah, I'll do it one day and I'll tune into it.
Yeah, exactly. That I need to watch it myself too. So the other one, I'm trying to think of the name. The show's called Heels. It comes.
I've seen a few episodes of Heels.
Comes on Stars. That crap is so freaking good for wrestling fans. If you've never checked out Heels on Stars, go check it out. It stars what's the dude from Arrow? I'm trying to think of the actor's name. He actually did a spot in WWE too. Let me look up his name real quick. Stephen Amell, that's the name. Stephen Amell. He's the main character in Heels. He played Arrow, sure, of course, but he had the match in WWE, and I guess some kind of way that kind of parlayed to this wrestling kind of show. But that sucker is real interesting. Got 2 seasons of it. That's a good one too.
Definitely, let's say tune in. People, I love just tuning and watching stuff wrestling, man. Especially when I can just go into my old school flow and just go to old school. I've been on YouTube too. Shout out to I think his name is TH114, and he just has a bunch of like videos of like build ups to like matches at like pay-per-views or like such and such. So, you know, you got one from the Attitude Era, you know, one from the mid-90s. You got some recent, maybe not recent, but a lot of the stuff between like 99 and like 2010, 11. Got a bunch of things. I just be sitting there watching it, like just watch the build-ups to the matchups. Like,
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like,
yeah, man.
build up to a matchup is the best thing ever, man. Especially when you can just connect the dots and hit everything on the money.
Yeah. Look, man, it's not football season. That
It's
means, hey, we got a lot of wrestling we could be watching.
Yeah, that's as I said, wrestling things every day, man. And like I said, you know, on the show too, we have another show, the Tap Out. You know, usually is on Fridays. You know what I'm saying, and things like that, man. We may hear some boxing stuff all the time. You may not see boxing. You know, you just love these pictures. We're never gonna replace the pictures of the wrestlers.
Yeah.
You know, you might hear some UFC stuff. You know what I'm saying? You might hear some boxing stuff, man. All combat, you put your hands up, man. You know what I'm saying? Compete. You know, you might hear a little bit, man. But in all, man, there's fans of this sport, wrestling everywhere, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And me going last night to another event, it just shows that, you know. And actually, last night, going to the train stop, there was this random guy that's sitting on the street. He had a big old like cardboard. Mm-hmm. So I go, now I'm in front of him, and he has a cardboard of Mercedes Mone. It's like $1 million bill, it's big old bill.
Yeah.
So I say, what up to him? How you doing? He's like, good. This lady and her boyfriend walking past, and she's like, oh my God, that looks so good. That's nice. And he's like, hey. He said, do you want it? He said, I'm about to catch a flight. I came here on a flight, and I'm not going to take this back with me, so you can have it. I looked at it, I said, listen here. I should have said, oh, that thing is nice here, too. You
right.
No, hold on. So I'm like, to the girl, I said, you sure you want to bring that home tonight? She's looking at me. She's like, if you want to bring it home, you can bring it home. And I looked at her, I said, nah, you can take it, man. Go ahead. You know? But it was fire, though. It was something that you can get signed one day. You know, that too, man. You know, and then shout out to the homies, man. My homies was getting grafts yesterday, you know what I'm saying, for the wrestlers. You know, guys like Warlow was going out, you know, side of stuff. Sammy Guevara, you know, they were doing their thing, man.
That's awesome, man. Look, it's always a good time, bro. When you
Tony Storm, man, no Tony Storm. I like the timeless act, man.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm all for it too. I think this has been some of her best work, and I'm including NXT UK in it. So yeah.
I'm gonna say one more thing, man. Shout out to Chris Jericho too, man. Shout out to the Lionheart, the Ayatollah Rock and Roller, whatever you want to call him, man. Mm-hmm. This man is a living legend, but it sucks to say, Jericho, it's about time. You can put on though. You still go there. I seen him last night. There was one point in the match. The match was basically over. He literally tried to, you know, he goes on the top of the rope and then he'll come back and kick you. Yeah. Listen here.
Yeah.
That move had no energy in it. I'm sitting there like, yo, Chris. Like I said, he came out afterwards, did some commentary. He's a good guy, man. But man.
What, 51?
You're doing the right things right now, man, by, you know, taking a back seat, which you should do, you know. Business, you know, you've done everything, you get these guys up, but he's definitely a generational GOAT, man.
Yeah, man. But watching this dude since Nitro.
Yes.
Man.
Listen.
Telling you, that's a long time to be wrestling, bro.
Right, exactly. Always, he's been entertaining for. You know what I'm saying? People don't realize we was there early night. We was there Nitro of all, every single one where we had to go switch the TVs because we want. And you missed some stuff.
I used to VHS Raw, bro, and watch Nitro live. That's what I used to do.
Yeah, we didn't have no, you know, computer and then a phone. You know what I'm saying? You probably could work it out now if they had the era and watch both of them. Listen here, if that happened in this era here with social media and all that, Listen, that would be wild.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We might see it one day, man. We're gonna see it one day. You know, wrestling repeats itself somewhat.
Yeah. Somebody have another war with him.
Tony Kong, man. I don't know what you had last night, man, but he was loud and proud last night.
He was
loud. He was feeling himself last night.
Yes, indeed.
Shout out to you, bro.
All right, man. Look, I appreciate the rundown, letting us know how AEW events were. But how do you compare it to WWE events? Does it feel different?
It feels different. I feel like you need that little. I mean, you get that in WWE at times, you know what I'm saying. But I feel like a lot of WWE stuff is like packaged. Like they show a lot of like video packages, all that stuff,
right.
You know. But at the same time, AEW got that in that department because it's still a feel like indie still.
Okay.
Where you still could kind of connect with the fans, even though you're in big arenas, you really can't secure these on maximum 1,000. To the point where last night there was a local, I forgot the wrestler's name, they fought on Rampage. He was from the area, he was from Boston area, and had a bunch of his family in the stands. And he went out the ring over the barricade and like ran into the stands. And everybody was like, what the hell is he doing? But he went to go give people hugs, like, you know, this is my family. You know, the security guard ran up with him, like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? But
they worked the hell out of the security guards.
No, like, listen here, I'm sitting here like, oh snap. They said, yeah, he's from South Boston. I said, okay.
All right. Yep.
Swerve saying Worcestershire or something instead of Worcester. Like, dude, of course.
Hilarious.
Of course. Of course it would be Swerve, man.
That's hilarious. Yeah, man. I did I noticed the different feeling at the old NXT event I went to. It was more indie for sure. I'm pretty sure it feels different now. So
yeah, it definitely feels different. But if your owner's coming out and your owner can go up there and speak in front of the crowd and stuff like that, it kind of gives you, you know, good vibes, you know, even if the event's bad.
Yeah.
But I haven't been to a bad AEW event yet. I guess every time it comes to Boston, it has a name on it.
That's right.
Just like Dynamite. Now, if you know you're going to AEW Dynamite, which we did,
yeah,
you may not get the best quality, but you give me a title match, you know what I'm saying, to start off. You give me Sasha Banks 2 times, 2 different outfits. You give me Tony Storm, Chris Statlander for 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Listen, can't complain about that, bro.
I wish they would have gave me Mox and Claudio right out the right in the stands in the arena, man. They went through all the fans. It would have been dope. That's actually what happened last time with Blood and Guts. When they came out, they had us go to a place on the camera where the camera basically had them coming out of the back, but backstage, all that stuff, and it was dope. We was right above them. It was dope. So we watching the tapings, you might see me in there.
All right.
So fire, man. But wrestling, man, like I said, man, when it's wrestling, man, it's like sports, man. It is sports. You can't stop talking about it.
All right. That's for sure, man. That's for sure. All right. Well, look, we're gonna be back here talking some more wrestling next week. And it's awesome. I love wrestling. Okay,
love it. Yeah, dog. Love it, dog. You know what I'm saying? Best in the world here, best in the world there. We best in the world. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is out here. Like, share, and subscribe, man. SCWF TV. Like, share, and subscribe, man, to BS and Beer Media as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, you know, Sports Talk with Friends as well, man. Join the Fabulous group on Facebook. All streaming platforms for both of these fabulous podcasters. You know, hey, get your popcorn, man. You're definitely gonna need it when you watch one of these shows. So
that's right. That's right. I appreciate everybody joining in and all the response that we have since we started the show back up, man. We really appreciate that. So see y'all again next week.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you too. Goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Bang! Yes!
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.